In the Gansu province of northwest China, there is a mountain range that looks like God ran out of ideas and just started painting. The Zhangye Danxia landform is a geological formation unlike anything else on the surface of this planet. Bands of vivid red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, not streaks, not traces, entire layers of mountain stretching for kilometers, each one a different color. And here is the thing that makes this genuinely impossible. Those colors are real. They are the natural result of mineral deposits laid down over 24 million years. Iron oxide for the reds, chlorite for the greens, gypsum for the whites, compressed and tilted by the same tectonic forces that built the Himalaya. The mountain did not choose these colors. Time did. The tallest peaks here rise 500 meters above the valley floor. At sunrise and sunset, when the light hits at the right angle, the colors deepen, intensify, and begin to glow. Visitors have reported standing at the viewing platform and simply being unable to speak. In 2009, UNESCO designated the Danxia landforms a World Heritage Site. One of the committee members wrote in the citation that the formation displayed, quote, exceptional natural beauty of aesthetic importance. That is the most restrained way I have ever heard someone describe a mountain that looks like a rainbow had a geological breakdown. There is no filter applied to a single frame you are seeing right now. This is what it looks like. In 2009, the film Avatar showed the world a floating mountain landscape so visually alien that audiences assumed it was purely imagined. The director, James Cameron, was not imagining, he was referencing. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park in Hunan province contains over 3,000 sandstone pillar formations, some of them rising more than 300 meters from the forest floor, vertical, narrow at the base, crowned with dense green forest at the top. When the clouds come in, and in Zhangjiajie they always come in, the pillars disappear into white mist, and what remains visible looks exactly like something that should not be attached to the ground. The Chinese government, after Avatar was released, officially renamed one of the tallest formations. It had been called Southern Sky Column. It is now called Avatar Hallelujah Mountain. These formations are 380 million years old. They were once an ancient seabed. What you are looking at, these impossible vertical towers wrapped in cloud, was, for a period of geological time, underwater. The park covers 264 square kilometers. Inside it are more than 800 columns exceeding 200 meters in height. The longest glass bridge in the world runs between two of these pillars, 430 meters long, 300 meters above the valley floor, with a transparent floor. Walking, it has been described by visitors as the closest you can get to floating without leaving the ground. I will let you decide whether that sounds appealing or absolutely not. We're halfway through, and we haven't even shown you the lakes yet. Because in Sichuan province, there is a valley where the water does something that nobody has been able to fully explain. And location 4 is the one that made our entire production team stop what they were doing and just watch. Jiuzhaigou, translated literally, means Valley of 9 Stockaded Villages. It is a name that tells you very little about what it actually is. What it actually is: a system of over 100 lakes connected by tiered waterfalls in the mountains of northern Sichuan, where the water is so clear that you can see the bottom through 20 meters of depth. And depending on the time of day, the angle of the light, and the mineral content at that specific pool. The water is turquoise, or jade green, or a deep cobalt blue, or a pale impossible white, sometimes all four in a single valley within the space of 1 kilometer. The scientific explanation involves calcium carbonate and algae interacting with specific light wavelengths. The local Tibetan and Chang communities have a different explanation. The lakes are fragments of a divine mirror, shattered and scattered across the valley floor by a demon who wanted to prevent the gods from seeing the beauty of the earth from above. I have been unable to rule out either version. In 1997, Jiuzhaigou was devastated by a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. The lakes changed color overnight. Trees fell into the water. By 2021, after one of the most remarkable ecological restorations on record, the valley had recovered to near its original state. The lakes are turquoise again. Some places refuse to stop being impossible. There is a hole in a mountain in Hunan province, not a cave, Not a tunnel, a hole 131 meters high, 57 meters wide, punched clean through the peak of Tianmen mountain at an altitude of 1,119 meters above sea level. It is called Heaven's Gate. Nobody built it. Nobody drilled it. In 263 AD, the side of the mountain simply collapsed and left behind a perfect natural arch that frames a rectangle of sky above the clouds. To reach it, you take the longest cable car in the world, 7.5 kilometers, rising 1,279 meters in elevation, passing over a valley so deep the cars disappear into cloud halfway up. At the summit, a staircase of 999 steps carved into the rock face leads up to the arch itself. And around the edge of the mountain, bolted directly into the cliff face at that altitude, there is a glass-floored walkway. It extends outward. The floor beneath your feet is transparent. Below you, a 1,400-meter drop into the valley. Heaven's Gate has been featured in drone footage so spectacular that the Chinese government selected it to represent the country in the 2008 Olympic opening ceremony. And every day, thousands of people stand at the edge of that walkway, look down through the glass and immediately question every decision that led them there. The last location is one that 1.4 billion people carry in their wallets. In your pocket right now, if you hold a Chinese 20 yuan note up to the light, you will see them. Limestone karst pinnacles rising in a long row from a mist-covered river, their peaks disappearing into low cloud, their reflections perfect in the still water below. The government printed that scene on the currency because it is the most recognized natural landscape in China. The Li River in Guilin, flowing between Guilin and Yangshuo, travels for 83 kilometers through a landscape of over 100,000 karst pinnacles. Jagged, ancient limestone formations sculpted by 360 million years of water erosion into shapes that look organic, almost alive. At dawn, when the mist settles on the river before the sun burns it off, the water goes completely still. The peaks reflect with such clarity that the line between mountain and reflection disappears. And you are left looking at a scene that exists twice, simultaneously, in perfect silence. The Li River is not hidden. It is not remote. It is, in fact, one of the most photographed places in the world, and it still looks completely, utterly impossible. That is how good China is at this. 5 places, 1 country, 0 CGI. Zhangye Danxia, Zhangjiajie, Jiuzhaigou, Tianmen Mountain, the Li River. China is not hiding these places. The world is simply not looking hard enough. The Unseen Wonders series continues, and the next episode goes somewhere that makes China look straightforward. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And drop a comment. Which of these 5 looked the most fake to you? Because I genuinely could not decide.